check. Looks like we have a signal. Gonna cover a couple of things that's been rolling around in the news media. We're gonna look at Scream concerning the release dates of the movie and the ticket release. We're also going to look at the Bafta Awards with the Tourettes campaigner John Davidson, who did a racial slur, and we're going to look at the Isn't It Funny that they allowed his racial slur to air, but then they cut out somebody that was saying some stuff concerning Palestine, or that was for Palestine or Palestinians and that situation that's going on. And again, lo and behold, the people behind that situation, Israel, Palestine, and the BAFTAs, it's all the same people that control the media, right? The tentacles spread far and wide. And again, concerning the Tourette's campaign, the Tourette's campaigner, John Davidson, who actually won a couple of BAFTAs, you will see how the movie that was based on him that came out last year called I Swear, you're going to see how that, it all lines up nicely. You're going to see how his birthday lines up. You're going to see how Palestine lines up. You're going to see, even though it's only going to be audio. I may do this again later tonight or on Friday. I've got another scheduled transmission that I set up with the thumbnail for the BAFTAs. But then if you read what's going to be included in there, it's going to have Lip King, Scream, and yeah, I think that was about it. Again, shout out to you if you're watching this and catching this on the replay concerning the main title and the thumbnail concerning the death just a few days ago, February 18th, with the death of the, don't know if he was self-titled British Lip King or Lip King, aka Jordan James Parke. Now, if you're new to stumbling into this, you wouldn't realize that this is actually a follow-up video. So those that have been following from Alice Webb's death, if you know about that situation where I think, or it's alleged that Jordan, or aka Lip King, had something to do with the surgery, and or I don't know how, I can't remember how it all went down because I didn't rewatch the video, but the point is, what I'm going on to say is, be sure to look in the description, because excuse me, something going on here, because you will see I've added the old videos, part 1 and 2. I've also added a recent, in the last couple of months, ITV did a documentary about botched BBLs and the cowboy BBLs in the UK. And interestingly, they went to a place, who was they following? What was his name? Was it Ricky Sawyer? I think it was Ricky Sawyer. I'll check my notes in a minute with his name. Pretty sure it was Ricky Sawyer, or Richie or Ricky Sawyer. He's one of the promoters, influencers, right? But anyway, they did an undercover situation, operation. We're tying the words here as we are talking about cosmetic operations and surgery and botch jobs and all of this stuff. But anyway, interestingly, they went to Canary Wharf, where these botch surgeries were taking place. And be sure to watch that documentary. It's about half an hour, 38 minutes. Be sure to watch that. And get the download that you need on that. Now, I will say, of course, condolences, regardless of, you know, what he may have done that was wrong, you know, XYZ and all of that stuff. So again, you know, condolences to family and friends of this deceased individual, aka Lip King. And again, root causes, I mean, as I always say, love the skin that you're in. Don't be influenced by Instagram, by this thing, that app, you know? Is the nip and tuck, is it all it's worth? You know, look at the, what's his name? Clavica, whatever his name is, you know, that guy going around, you know, the Looks Maxim guy. I recently did a video, or not all of it, all of what I documented with the numbers, but you know, he did the Tesla crash and he drove over the man. And then I saw how that tied in with the release of Tesla and all this type of stuff like that, or one of the cars, and with the Nikola Tesla as well. But my point is, again, before we get started, love the skin that you're in. Don't be going, oh, we're going to get Botox. We're going to go and get, you know, all this type of stuff. Lip fillers. You're putting poison in your body. And then you've got these scumbags, because again, going back to the root cause of the whole get rich or die trying, fight or flight mentality, you know, the reptile left side of the brain. They've built a society built on sociopathic, hybrid narcissism. Yeah, these people don't care. As long as they're getting their bread, they're getting their guap, they're getting their money. They don't care if you die under the knife. And then when you watch these documentaries, like I put in the description of this video, watch the Aight documentary that they just did a couple of months ago. As I just stated, they went to Canary Wharf, which is the same place where Lip King just died. He went to go and get surgery. Now, I don't know if it was the same facility that was run by the Ricky Sawyer. You know, they did the undercover investigation. And as I say, if you're not up to speed, look in the description. This is a follow-up with Lip King. I've already done Alice Webb, as I already mentioned. Only because somebody just joined the room again. I'm just going over what I kind of just said a minute ago. I just want to make sure you catch it. If you didn't know, this is a follow-up video. If you go in the description, you'll see part 1 and part 2 for Alice Webb that died via Lip King in 2024, September 24th. And look at all the numbers concerning Kim Kardashian, Lip King, and Alice, some of which we're going to be looking at in a minute under the Gematrian microscope again. Because again, as we've been pointing out, whether it's organic or nefarious, just note the numbers, very important. We're all on a different record setting, so your record's going to play. Mine might not last as long as yours, but yours may last longer than mine. You might, you know, your parents might live longer than, even though they age different, obviously, and you might be their child, but, you know, it's really, you would like it to go that your parents die, you can put them to rest, rather than your parents are putting you to rest. But as I always point out, if you study the numbers via the, you know, Almighty, the heavens above, however it's coded, it seems to be, we've all got a code playing out our roles, and then how the time when you're born, zodiac sign, how you're polarized in nature. Yeah. But again, if now the code's been slightly, how could I say, from the you-know-who's, the powers that shouldn't be, if the code that they've realized the dynamics of the realm and they've bent it to their favor and now made it distorted and satanic and amplified it, then you don't know why is all this knife crime going on? Then I'm over here documenting a bazillion cases, showing you the same numbers, knife 27, 45, whether the person was 45 that stabbed a 27-year-old, or it was on a day of a life lesson of 27. Gone over it thousands of times. Got an upcoming one for this Friday. I'm going to go through, you know, the last 6 weeks of the stuff I've been documenting for knife crime. It's the same shit. That's why I'm not even so, oh, let me jump on and do another transmission. Waste of time, because nobody cares. But much love to those that do care. I know there's far and few between, but, you know, fantastic. We got some tribe members. You know what I mean? Lovely fucking jubbly. You know what I mean? This is just crazy. Again, love the skin you're in, man. Stop letting these people you know, veer you off your natural course of whatever you've got from the heavens, from when you got processed in the womb to come through your mum's portal, obviously via your dad's ball sack, whatever the case may be. Just love the skin you're in, man. Work out, eat good. We know the food's poison, but do your best. You know what I mean? Don't tell me about looks maxing and trying to chisel your jaw and hammer your face like that guy, Klavica, whatever his name is. Another dumbass doing the rounds. You know, he's hooked up with Andrew Tate, another buffoon. Fake Morpheus. I'm more of a Morpheus than any other than that scumbag. Has he shown you the code? How many times have I shown the code about him? Again, he got released after 3 months and 3 days. The word released equals 33. He got released on the annual of the first Matrix movie that came out March 31st. What are the odds of that? I mean, give me a break. Matrix equals 118, like Romania. I mean, come on, not to mention the rest. You know? So again, with those, before we get started in 10 seconds, again, in those other videos that I said, go in the description, it's all on the screen. Yeah, so you pause in videos, you're looking at what I've got with the numbers. I was going to put it up today on the community wall post, but I'll probably do that later tonight, or I'll just wait till Friday because, you know, nobody really cares. But it is what it is. Couldn't really be asked. I was about to, and I thought, long. So anyway, let's get crack-a-lacking. Let me change this banner, and then we'll change this banner to that. And again, we're going to look at the Bafta Awards with the buffoonery. There's a channel called Mr. H Reviews. And it's absolutely annoying. I'm not saying he's done it, but when you really notice how the platform is purposely made to basically grind you down, once you start to realize, wow, did my comment that I left actually stick? You check on another account. Oh, it didn't stick. Or you go back, you can see it on the original account, but when you go back on another account, you can't see it. That's what this platform does. It's just to drown you down. And it's the same thing like 2020, you know, C19, COVID. You know, the symbolism of putting the face mask on is to just to gag you. Keep your mouth shut. You're nothing but a child. We're the crazy foster parents. Yeah, so here we have digital gagging online. As I pointed out before, look at back in time, you had, you know, SMS, emails, pager. You mean to tell me how swift technology moves? We don't use, you know, pages are still about more than likely, but my point is, emails ain't nothing new. Doing a simple text ain't nothing new. You mean to tell me a big rascal platform like YouTube, my simple comment can't stick? Unbelievable. Give me a break. That's on purpose. That's to grind you down. It doesn't mean that you have to be a content creator pointing out truth or anything. It's just to fuck with your brain, mentally and spiritually. Facts. They're scumbags. That's why I always tell them, go suck your blood clot. Yeah? You lot are scumbags. I'm pretty sure this problem wasn't a thing before, maybe before 2016. Like when YouTube first came around, did your comment just used to not stick? Why is it such a thing now? It's on purpose. Because they're shit cunts. Proper. See you next Tuesdays. Yeah? Right, let's get on with this now. Again, we're going to look at the BAFTAs, the racism, the buffoonery with the Tourettes guy in the movie, I swear. Yeah? And my point is, you've got these big channels like, and again, I'm not cussing Mr. H Reviews per se. And I know he's not a buffoon. That way I even left that in the comment. I said, hey, I know you're not a buffoon, but why don't you know, is it going to hurt your branding if you really show what's going on? And it's annoying, man. You know how many people you reach out to and it's like, okay, you're trying to build bridges, you've got to tackle, does the comment stick? Or if it does stick, nobody cares anyway. Oh my God, it might help my branding. Oh my God, I better not show my subscribers. They might not come back. Like, why are you like that? You're doing an injustice service to your subscribers. Why would you not want them to check that out? If you have brain cells to realize, well, you know what, it's not my forte. I'm not doing the number stuff, but you know what? Leave and let me put it on my community wall post and or mention it in a video. Why the fuck can't you do that? Again, if you're not up to speed, we're on my recent videos called Exhibit A, the problem with the collective hive mind. A recent transmission I did. Go and watch that video. or listen. Yeah? Right, let's get this on now. Sorry about the little extras there, but you know, I say it God sometime, right? So needs to be said, you never know who's listening. Plus, I like to do a little bit of hospitality, get people up to speed, understand my perspective and viewpoints, and just lay it down. You know, I put my cards down. There's no like, oh my God, I'm doing a poker face. I'm trying to lie. I'm trying to make up numbers, and you know what I mean? Right, let's change this background music. Let's go with that. And imagine, of all the way that he dies via a... And I don't know if he died on the table or if it was a few days later. But he was definitely via the op that he had and the procedure. And when you watch that documentary I told you to watch, that I shared in the description in this video, excuse me, and it's in the community wall. You go in, you know, if you open it up where I've written stuff, you will see it in there as well. ITV. Or I've even put the old one that I did as well, another dubplate one, and it's all on the screen. You can see it all. What's that woman's name? And she was Chris, like absolutely dreamy looking. What was her name? Miss Jacky Oh. And then she fast up herself and go and get, you know, some, you know, procedure. You know, I don't know if it was called like the like what do they call it again? Like the mum's MOT or some shit like that. It's that type of title. And then she went and fast up herself and got that now. And where is she now? Not alive. Not to mention, right, with that, when you watch it, you're going to see something to do with her partner that was from the show Wildin' Out. If you know that show in America called Wildin' Out, you know, Nick Cannon, you know, they do the lyrical stuff, right? However it goes down. And it's very interesting because soon as she died, he's hosting shows like, like Family Fortunes or whatever, you know, like Steve Harvey, you know, that's like a Family Fortunes or some type of show like that. You know, he's got new movie deals. Then when you watch stuff to do with him, how he used to talk and treat the girl. Feisty. When I mean feisty and belittling the woman. That's your baby mom. Chris as well. I can't, what's his name? Young, what's his name? DC Youngfly, something. He needs a upside his head. He need an upside his head. You need an elbow drop. You need a suplex. You need it all. Kimura. I'd love to pop your arm out that socket, boy. You're a scumbag. And what we detecting is so highly suspicious. It's looking like that was a ritual sacrifice. So we can, you know, you done a little blood contract. Oh, I want to kill my mom because you know you probably got 3 doors. Oh, should I do the gay thing? You know, be a bit fruity. He said, I'm gonna go through that door. Shall I kill my mom? No, fuck that. I like my mama. Shit, fuck that. I'm gonna kill this bitch. I talk to her nasty, disgusted anyway. She ain't nothing. She's had my kids. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing I'm going back to. How they've got people on the reptilian side hemisphere of the brain, the fight or flight, and the get rich or die trying. That's all they've got you on. And then when you look outside, it's not hard to understand why the fuck it is the way it is. So I'm telling you, man, nurture your kids and those around you as best as you can. And if those people that you need to cut off and, you know, nip it in the bud with you, let them know what's going on and why you have to cut them off or not. Sometimes, you know, you may want to, I don't know who it is, friend or family, you may want to salvage. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There ain't nothing wrong with that. But, you know, I mean, I'm at the age now, boy, I don't really like, I only go so much and or fuck it. I kind of really see what's on the horizon before it even gets to that. That's one of my Gemini superpowers. You know what I mean? We don't fuck about. I don't anyway. Yeah? So let's get into this now. I'm harping on. With my Japanese, but at least my Japanese has got weight and magnetism. I'm not just chatting shit like certain people that pretend to be, oh yeah, the streets aren't good for the youth. But then Bouncer is now promoting the guy that we broke down the other day with his escape from the hospital. What was his name again? D-Sav? Can't remember his real name. So what is it, Bouncer? What are you saying? Aki! You know, he's got the buttons pressing. Aki! Internet ready! Why don't you get the people jizzing order ready? You know, like over here we're getting it, yeah? We're trying to wake up the world so we can break the spell. Why are you such a shit cunt? If you was really a man that you changed, why is even your name from your old school name, that was it, Play Dirty? That's not a good look. Like, are you like, why is it play dirty? Are you a dirty scoundrel that's ready to be a snake to people? I mean, make it make sense, dude. You're too contradictive in your stance. You can't be telling you the roads are long, but then you're promoting a man that escaped twice in this month. He escaped twice, allegedly, from prison, but when he was in the hospital. Make it make sense, bouncer. Aki. Furthermore, I'm Jamaican descendant. Can I get some saltfish with that? Aki and saltfish. You know that's my national dish, yeah? Aki and saltfish. Can we get that on your soundboard? Aki and saltfish. Yeah, because too many of Uno. You go under certain banners and religious stuff. You know what I mean? Like, give me a fucking break. Tell me about Aki like a fool.
Got to be a fool.
Exactly. Yeah, not on my watch, buddy. Right, so he dies at 34, right? This is the Lip King. This is my first slide here. I haven't probably got them all in order, but you know, we're gonna get through this. So he dies at 34. His birthday is June, also a Gemini, June 15th. Is that the day before Tupac Shakur? Who also died via the gang. He died 213 days after his last album release. That was Tupac again I'm talking about. Drive-by shooting equals 213. His last album release was on 2/13. Death, nigga. Think about his association with the Black Panthers and his mum. Black Panther 213, Black History Month 213, Death, nigga 213, Racism 213. Again, he dies by drive-by shooting. Drive-by shooting equals 213. Got shot on September 7th. Funny, good segue. I know we're not going to get into the Bafta Awards for about another 10-15 minutes. But again, the movie called I Swear, to do with the racial slur, with John Davidson at the Tourettes, at the Bafta Awards that just took place on Sunday. And when Michael B. Jordan and another black actor from the movie Sinners came up, then the racial slur came out. All right, his movie that came out last year, when did it come out? The same day as the drive-by shooting for Tupac, 7th of September. Death equals 79. No, Death 97, Death 79, excuse me. And it was the 79th BAFTAs on Sunday just gone. I mean, give me a break. I mean, good segue. Wow. You didn't realize where my mind was going and it just, oh yes, fantastic. So anyway, boom. February 18th. Death also equals 218. But anyway, murder equals 34. So we're going to got murdered via the surgery, right? Or the aftermath of the surgery. Again, I don't know if he died Lip King on the table, or you know, he went home and then tutus feeling not too sexy. You know what I mean? All that fucking makeup, all the you know, augmentated shit he's got going on, fillers and whatnot. You're looking in the mirror, all right? You're thinking you're sexy, but then tutus now you're gonna get up. You're not feeling too sexy again. Tutus, you're not even on this earth no more. Dies at 34. Murder equals 34. From his death day to what would have been his upcoming birthday. So from February 18th to what would have been his upcoming birthday, June 15th, 2026. 3 months, 4 weeks, 0 days. Dies at 34. Murder or murdered by the op. Murder 34. He dies at 34. 3 months, 4 days. Sorry, 3 months, 4 weeks, 0 days. Yeah? Also, the day that he died had a life lesson of 30. 2 at 18 and 2 at 0 and 2 at 6 equals 30. Remember the lady called Alice Webb that died via him? That I already covered. You know, if you didn't catch what I said, go in the description and it's going to be all on screen, not just audio. Part 1 and part 2. And you've got the ITV undercover something that I mentioned earlier to do with Cowboy Cosmetics. And you've got the Jacky Oh that I just spoke about as well. Yeah, go and watch that. All visual, not just audio. And get those dub plates and digest and marinate on that. And share. Most importantly, share and teach the children. So, life lesson 30. Alice equals 30. So of all the days that he dies, I mean, come on. Let me just get a quick rain check here as well. Let me just quickly move along with these slides. Hold up. Hold on here. I just want to just triple double check something here. Give me a second. Yeah, Alice 30. Yeah. Alice Parke, his last name, Parke with an E. Jaden James Parke. So Parke with an E. In reverse reduction, you get 30. Right? Alice 30 in ordinal. So Alice in normal, ordinal, English, A's 1 up to Z's 26. You add up all the letters, voila, 30. Bam. Yeah? Now the alternative the alternative duration span, so from the 34, 3 months, 4 weeks, 0 days, the alternative span is 118. And I'm pretty sure Kimberly, what is her fucking middle name? No, Kimberly Kardashian West, right? Kim Kardashian West, her real name's Kimberly, equals 118. The word death also equals 118. Give me a moment here. I'm trying to go back on my slides quickly. I did say they're kind of in order, but not actually. Because films will come to mind, and sometimes I might be doing something else, and I'm like, oh yes, shit, let me check that. Start typing in, like the meme with Jim Carrey, if you know the one when he's on the keyboard. Anyway. Also, he died on a day that has the day numerology. Day numerology is always the same, regardless of the year. Those numbers never shift, just like days in the year. 49th day of the year as of February 18th, and then it leaves whatever days it remains. Obviously, unless the day is affected by a leap year. But as I say, day numerology, and of course, days in and days remaining, they don't change. But anyway, time death RIP equals 20. 2 at 18, the day numerology, right? So 2 at 18, February 18th, 2 at 18 equals 20. Bam. Time death RIP equals 20. We'll just go through these slides. Now, from his birthday last year, 2025, 15th of June to when he dies, 2026, February 18th, is 8 months and 3 days. Wow. Murder equals 83. And if you're not up to speed, look up the song called Gematrian, the killing name, because that's what I'm breaking down to here. The numerology through the practice of Gematrian. They practice the coded numbers into words and phrases. Yeah, and check out the other song by the band called The Police with the singer Sting. He made the song called Murder by Numbers that came out in 1983. Check out the movie called with Sandra Bullock called Murder by Numbers. On one of the versions of the movie poster, you'll find they changed the letter E to a 3 and the B to an 8. Murder equals 38 and 83. Death 38. You see how that works? Give me a moment here. Going past these slides. And also, his birthday for last year to when he dies this year is a perfect top to bottom numerology life lesson. You know, so 66, 30, 21, 46, 19. Aside from the day numerology, because one's 20 and one's 21. But anyway, 57, 28, 37. Perfect snap. All right? Perfect. So that's interesting to look at as well, or to think about. Give me one moment here. Give me one moment. Oh, there's a 57 numerology, yeah. So for last year and this year, 2 add 1 add 8 add 20 add 26 equals 57. The Lip King equals 57. So the day he dies has a numerology of 57. So again, Alice 30 with the life lesson. Alice also equals 21. You got a numerology of 21. 2 add 1 add 8 add 2 add 0 add 2 add 6 equals 21. Alice 21. Life lesson 30. Alice 30. And you've got the 57 numerology. The Lip King equals 57. Again, Kim Kardashian, Kim equals 21. Again, Alice 21. Wow. Again, Kimberly Kardashian West, 118. 118 days to what would have been his upcoming birthday. Also, Kimberly 46. He died on a day with a numerology of 46 as well. Wow. 2 at 18 at 26 equals 46. I mean, look how effortlessly this is when you know what you're looking at. Undeniable. But not surprising. Telling you, it's not surprising when you know the code of what you're looking at. Kimberly 46, he dies on the day with a numerology of 46. Tim 21, he would got a numerology of 21 on the day that he dies as well. Now watch this now. With Kim Kardashian's birthday, we just had the 34, 3 months, 4 weeks with his birthday, right? And 0 days. Lo and behold, it's exactly the same with Kim Kardashian, and her birthday is October 21st. So if you do it from last year with her birthday to when he dies, 3 months, 4 weeks, and 1 day. Go figure. Go figure. Because obviously it's literally just on the brink of being 4 months, right? But obviously it's more than halfway through October. Go figure. I mean, what are the odds of that? Wow. Murder 34, he dies at 34. 3 months, 4 weeks. From Kim Kardashian, October 21st birthday. Also got 121 days as well. I'm not saying it is a a blood sacrifice, which equals 121. I'm not fully going down that rate per se with this bit. But lo and behold, I just saw it. Botched cosmetic surgery. If you write it out, that equals 121. Again, 0 is just a placeholder. So October 21st, drop the 0, 121. Also, Jordan James Parke equals 71. As of Kim Kardashian's birthday, October 21st, it leaves 71 days of the year. James Jordan Parke equals 71. Go figure. I probably mentioned that with the older videos that I did concerning Alice Webb. Again, condolences to her and her family and children and whatnot, and her partner. I know time kind of heals, but there's certain things, man. It's just that, man, them, you know what I mean? Them wounds, it's like, that ain't gonna close up, you know what I mean? Not in no easy way. You just kind of just try and get through each day as it comes, I'd say. Even though you probably maybe have a fucking pile of Kleenex tissues at bay, just in case Niagara Falls water walks comes out. But it is what it is, man, if you don't have emotions, there's something wrong with you. I don't care if you're a man, don't listen to no fool Andrew Tate. I'm sure he was bawling the other day when his ass got whooped. When he had 2 black eyes, looking like some motherfucking panda. All the bullshit. Oh, I've got my Bugatti. I'm a kickboxing fighter. What? All that talk for all those years, and your ass got whooped. No doubt I could whoop your dumb ass as well. You are full of shit. Oh my God. You got a good old whoopsing. Yes. About red pill with your bullshit manosphere crap. Leave the red pill to just the Matrix and just, getting awake in that kind of way, not with the bullshit. And don't get me wrong, maybe there might be some stuff that he says that, I would side with, you know what I mean? I'm not going to knock everything that he says. There's going to be maybe 20%, 30% of things that he may say that I 100% agree with. You know what I mean? But don't be fooled by his presence. You know what I mean? He's definitely under the thumb of the who's the Jesuit order, who run the show, industry, media, health when it comes to medicine and whatnot. Will be under the thumb somewhat by the gang. They're all witches anyway, right? I mean, give me a break. The Kardashians. I'm sure I did a recent breakdown of one of her sisters that did some swimwear something. Of course, she had orange on. Orange equals 33. Magic, witch or witches, sorcery, all those type of words. And they like to be sex symbols. Sex equals 33. Again, going back to Hollywood 33. Actor 33. Casting spells. Again, 33 degrees in Freemasonry. But anyway, Of course, she's doing the one-eye symbolism in the swimwear shoot. Unbelievable. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just type in Google one-eye symbolism celebrities, and I'm sure you'll get a whole collage of people that they ain't even met each other or even been to the same lodges or Bohemian Grove or some type of shit. But why is it they're all doing the same symbolism? I don't care if they've got just a shadow of some object shadow. You don't know what the object is, or you can kind of make it out. It could be a leaf, just the shadow over their eye. Or it could be promoting perfume. They've got the perfume bottle over their eye. Yeah, or literally their hand or whatever the case may be. But listen, they're part of the club. You don't see me doing it, do you? If you catch me doing it, lo and behold, one of my grass blade length eyelashes might have dropped in my eyeball or some other shit's going on. Yeah, if I got caught, you know what I mean? Wiping my highball. my highball. Oh, the way the yardy in me just comes out sometimes. The highball. Oh, man. Oh, dear. Anywho, so what is it? Botched Cosmetic Surgery 121. And you've got 121 days. Yes, 121 days. You've got October 21st. And then you've got the 3 months, 4 weeks. Again, we spoke about Jordan to his birthday, from the death to his upcoming birthday for this year. June 15th from February 18th. 3 months, 4 weeks, 0 days. Again, it's the same with Kim Kardashian. October 21st, 2025 to his death, 2026. So the 121 and 121 days alternative span, and botched cosmetic surgery equals 121. Undeniable. How do you deny this information? I don't get it. That's how you know they've really casted a spell of just brain dead populace. So it's amazing to me. So quickly, Alice Webb died in the early hours on a Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. She was a 33-year-old. Again, this may not have been, you know what, because again, he's been on shows like Botched, which is a big show. I think it might be by E, if you know E Entertainment, if you know them people there. They're pretty big, like TMZ. TMZ is definitely, you know, like a CNN, definitely Jezebel ordered, under the thumb by the Jezebel order. That's my point. You know? But anyway, so there's that 33 again. So she dies age 33. Right? Mother of 5, you know, from Gloucestershire, who became unwell after undergoing a non-surgical liquid Brazilian bum lift, aka BBL procedure. She was rushed to the Royal Hospital in Gloucestershire and obviously died via complications. That's what I'm saying. And imagine now you go and do whatever the case may be, right? Filler in your face, cheekbone, lips, above your eyes, you know, the eyebrow, you know, they want to get the Botox in their forehead. Get your bum done, and then twos. Imagine now, it goes all fucked. Starts pussing, leaking, whole bag of madness is going on, complications, not looking sexy again for what you was trying to, you know what I mean? Where your mind now is being all in, oh my God. You know, you've just been put in a trance and hypnotized from, you know, Instagram and all these, that look, you know, the look. You know, the cookie cutter look, as I call it. They all look the fucking same. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a couple of them that can kind of pass, whether they've even done work or not. You know, I ain't gonna lie. There's the odd ones that are like, damn, look all right. But then sometimes I'm like, but she had work done, man. Why you know, you had children now. Like, you know what I mean? That's my point. Think about Kim Kardashian. When they have kids, or even her other sisters, you look at how they used to look. How, like, then the man that gets involved, oh, they're gonna have gorgeous babies. No, they might not come out how you think they're gonna come out. Because she don't look how she looks now to what she originally was, you know? So you got to be careful. You have to be careful now, don't it? Right, so again, they've got petitions going for Alice Webb. And obviously they was on to, again, if you watch some of these documentaries and you find them, you know, on YouTube and whatnot, you know, you'll see him driving off, Jordan Lip King, you know, driving off in the car when the news people or whatever come. Yeah, they catch him coming out of his house in the morning. You don't answer no questions, cover his head, jump in his Jeep, drive off. You get me? You know what I mean? You ain't watching no face, you got paid. But then look how karma comes round. Look how it comes round, man. Wow. It's incredible. And as I say, all these people not thinking straight. whether you've had procedures or not, you know, just the populace in general, but then going back to all the poison they're putting in their body, that's going in your blood cells, your brain. Like, think about, I mean, what? Yo. And I saw something, you know, how they even came, I can't remember how it went. You'd have to look it up. I ain't going to do it right now, but how they even came across the whole Botox thing in the first place and said, oh, well, actually, this would be a good thing to put into people. Go and find how they discovered Botox. Well, I said, oh my God, really? Give me a break. And then now it's just the thing. No, shout out to those people though. If you haven't seen it, look up just type in CES was it Consumer Entertainment Show? I can't remember what it's called for the acronyms, but CES, and type in nails change color. Right? So now I wish I invented this shit. You ladies, if you know what I'm talking about, go type it in and even come back. Or do it after the stream, right? Or if you're watching on the replay, obviously do it when you want, pause the video, whatever. My point is, if you've seen the movie Total Recall, and when he goes to the place, I mean, think about how old that film is now. I'm not on about, oh man, what's his fucking name again? He was in Penguin recently. Oh man, I always know his name. Shit, Irish guy. Oh man, what is his name again? Oh, anyway, not the recent, the original one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, that Total Recall. And the lady, when he goes into, you know, do the mind thing in the place, what's the lady doing at the reception? She touches her fingers with that pen, and her nails change color. You know, from orange, green to red. Now, type in CES. This just happened a few weeks ago in America, where people show all the latest technology that's about to come out. Yeah? And you're going to see the lady, she's got on fake nails, but she touches the pen on it, and it goes to whatever color. And then you've got the app on your phone, you can choose whatever color you want. So think about now, all those shops that are going to close, you don't have to worry about that, because I used to hate that acrylic smell. When I used to go to that shop with my girlfriend, I was like, I'm going to have to wait outside, babe. I can't even take that smell. Oh, it used to just drive my brain insane. I just couldn't, oh, mate, horrible. But anyway, no more of that. Think about all the shops that will close now. Think about how easy it is. You got a date, or you go in somewhere, whatever it is, interview, or you just feel for that change. You just go, just pull out your pen, bam, bam, bam. Yo, that is fucking brilliant. Now, think about how instantaneous these people are already gazillionaires. Forget billionaires or million. No. Gazillion. Or gazillion on a gazillion on a gazillion, yeah? Think about the industry. And that's going to be safe to use. Think about what I'm saying to you. Yeah? Because right about now, I'm looking at the gal and I'm like, that girl is poison. That would just come to my mind. I said, right, let me. That girl is poison. Hey, I'm going to have to make up some words for that, actually. Fucking hell. For the cosmetic surgery stuff. Anywho, right now, in the same year, if you do Alice Webb's death, oh no, it happened in 2024, but if you do it in the same year, 2026, from this guy's death, Lip King, when did he die? Anybody paying attention? 2/18, February 18th. Remember, death equals 218, and the 118, we already covered that. I'm not going over that again. But imagine, it's 218 days, like February 18th. Again, 218 days from February 18th to September 24th. Go figure on that. Wow. I mean, come on. Look how it's just all, how the realm just does it all in tandem. It's fucking amazing. I don't know how anybody can just discard this information. This is incredible. Fucking hell. What? And you've even got the 34 in there. If you do it from the 2024 when she actually died, Alice Webb, to when this guy dies in 2026, February 18th, 16 months, but you got 3 weeks and 4 days. Remember, we went over the 34, 3 months and 4 weeks. Remember that? With his birthday and Kim Kardashian. Now we've got going back with his age, and of course he got murdered by the, you know, what he was doing, cosmetic surgery in this case, murder 34, he dies at 34. I mean, come on, what are the odds of this? I mean, yeah, it's just undeniable, yeah? Absolutely undeniable. I don't know how anybody can just rubbish this off. And if you're one of those,
got to be a fool.
yeah, Exactly. You have to be. Because it's fucking everywhere. It's in the whole system erect. And they use it systemically. Wars, this thing, COVID. Again, we over here was calling out COVID before COVID. So go figure. You know, the last 4 prime ministers in England, I've got videos saying, hey, it's gonna be Boris Johnson, it's gonna be Rishi Sunak, Liz Truss, it's gonna be Keir Starmer. Hello? How do I know this? Yeah, they are pre-selected by the numbers. Oh, Brazilian bum lift equals 76. The alternative date span, we just spoke about the 218 days, alternative date span is 7 months and 6 days. Badumts. How did Alice Webb die again? Brazilian bum lift? Come on, don't play with me. See, around here, we don't play Aight and Saltfish. We don't play around here. Yeah? You're not fucking honorable about your bigging up prison escapees that goes around sticking people up. And then obviously we're looking at the root cause of why people are doing stuff like that, which I already broke down on that video. So, you know, go and watch those type of videos, you know? I say this stuff respectfully. I'm not trying to over disrespect people. I'm saying, right, if you can snap out of this spell that's fucking us up and get beyond the cognitive dissonance and whatnot and the compartmentalized thinking, that's how they get you. And through the graces of the almighty heritage, lineage, gene pool, you know, and obviously myself, like, you know what I mean? And other, those in the few, you know, those in the minus, like myself, you know, that's why we always pay homage and give gratitude to the cosmos. Not a no fake thing, oh, I'm a Aki, or I'm a this, or I'm a that, or I'm a Christian. But then, like, you promote a whole bag of fucking, like, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Unbelievable. So, you know, as I always say, you don't need titles or baptisms or, oh, I've got a manual. Oh, I'm reading the Quran. Oh, I'm reading the Bible. I'm not saying you can't read it and philosophize and take things and live by certain aspects of, but don't be fooled. You don't. Has a bee got a manual of life? You see what I'm saying? Has a bee got a manual? What are you saying? It just, no, it might not be in our type of sentience, but you know what I mean? Like, what? Has a dog got a manual? And that's how they get ya. That's how they get ya. Have you not seen the movie? What's the movie? My Man's Blind. Oh man, what's the movie? And I don't like the guy anymore. I used to like him, obviously, until I, you know, got more aware. Don't like any actors anymore, literally. What's his name again? Denzel Washington. What's the movie called? It's not Book of Enoch. I can't remember. What is it? He's blind. You know the one who's got the sword. And how does the guy get the power back? Because remember, it's like called apocalyptic. What is the one thing the guy wants to get so he can get, you know, the people? Because there's no copies left of the Bible or the Book of Enoch. Because they know they can get you under the rule of thumb. Crazy, man. Same way they get you with the media and the fallen angels in Los Angeles, Hollywood. Again, they don't want you to tune into your ancestors and what you are, what, where, and why, and what the fuck. They want you to tune into buffoonery, familiars, you know, Blade, familiars, influencers, whack content creators, enablers. Again, these suckers are the ones that allow shit to continue, all the madness. While we're over here holding fort, you know, shout out to those in the few, some on other platforms, shout out to her, and other ones that are on my timeline. You know what I mean? You know I'm talking about 1066. But yeah, I mean, like, what? Yeah, we're holding fort for the youth then. Because again, the kids of tomorrow are the future of today. So if you don't buck up your ideas, they're going to get away with, come on, man, wake up. So again, Brazilian bum lift, 76. You got 7 months and 6 days. From his death to the annual death of Alice Webb. If you just joined, you don't know who Alice Webb is, I'm not going to go over that as such. Go in my description of the video and you'll get a full visual breakdown, not just audio with like how this transmission is. You'll get a full on the same screen breakdown. Part 1 and part 2, Lip King, the death of Alice Webb with her botched BBL, Brazilian bum lift. Watch the ITV documentary that just came out, going undercover with the Cowboys in the UK with this situation, cosmetic surgery. And they go to fucking Canary Wharf and catch, what's the guy's name? Richie or Ricky Sawyer. And he's covering up his face, just like Lip King, covering up his face on one occasion, driving off in his car. Brum, brum. Yeah, they were happy to take your money, whether you die or not, because there's always going to be another one, another lemming, another lamb to the slaughter, whether you live or not. Because remember, if you live, you're still going to be, oh, I feel all right. My one weren't too bad. Oh, I hear these stories. Oh, but I want to get more lip filler. Oh, let me go and pay. So my point is, there's whether you live or not, there's always going to be, because nobody's not using their brain and they're not loving their skin on their body that they're in. I don't give a fuck if it's tanning salon. That shit can fuck you up. Oh, I'm rubbing tanning on my skin. Why are you rubbing that on? What? Where do these things come from? Is it good that you're doing that? Some are going to be putting the tanning lotion on, then go into the sunbed. Extra tannage. Getting extra crispy. Listen, man, it's all colors of the spectrum. Yeah? Don't be fooled. As I always say, in a dream, everything's just there. I don't hear about, oh my God, black people were here first, and the Caucasus Mountains and the albino people, they came from us. Oh, shut up. Now, I'm not saying you can't get stuff in the gene pool and, you know, you've seen those couples and they have the baby. You know, and the baby is like, wow, how's the baby the albino? The baby's black. But the man's white and the woman's whatever, or they're both a black couple. I'm not saying you can't get shit like that. I'm just saying, though, think about the dream. Everything was just there, all different colors of plants. If plants are doing photosynthesis and you want to go about black this and black that, why aren't all plants black then? The leaves. Think about it. They're all fucking colors. Roses, normal leaves, this thing and that thing. But my point is, what I'm trying to say is quickly, I'm not trying to, you know, go into the whole dream part. That's a whole nother topic. But my point, because how it works, or what I've come to realize how, you know, these realms work. But anyway, my point is, in the dream, as you are in one right now, everything's just there. Just like if you go and have a dream right now, it's poof, everything's there. Not saying you can't fashion something in if you know what I mean, for your mind in the dream, but I'm saying for the most part, everything is there laid out. Yeah. Give me a moment here. Just going past the Bafta bit. Give me a moment, sorry. Give me one moment. I'm just going past the Baftas on my slides. I just want to get all of the Lip King bit done, and it's done. As I say, I may do it again later or Friday, and that will have the visual with it. I'll put up some slides. Right, I'm not gone over that. I don't need to talk about that. Hold up here. Botched surgery 79, like murder 79. Also 97, like death. We spoke about that already, so I don't have to go over that. What else have we got here? Wow, he was born in 1991 on a day of a life lesson of 41. He was born the Lip King. King equals 41. He called himself Lip King. The word king equals 41. Surgery equals 41. Kardashian 41. Kimberly 41. And when Alice Webb died in September 24th, she died on the day with a life lesson of 41. 9 add 24, add 2, add 0, add 2, add 4 equals 41. I mean, come on. I mean, this is just undeniable. Again, he dies at 34, and then together with all the other 34s we went over already, you've got Botched Plastic surgery op equals 340, drop the 0, 34. Plastic surgeries equals 201. We're not going to go over the 201s today, but you know, if you're up to speed. The day he died, had a 46. Was it Kim 46? Can't remember what it was. You'd have to rewind the video. Come to go back on my slides. But the day he died had a numerology of 46. Plastic, again, plastic surgery. Plastic equals 46. Again, when he was born in 1991, he was born on the day of a life lesson of 41. He called himself Lip King. King equals 41. Surgery 41. Kimberly is in Kim Kardashian. Kimberly 41. Kardashian 41. Just have to say that one more time. I mean, what are the odds of that? Undeniable, man. Undeniable. Absolutely undeniable. Right. Give me a give me a moment here. Let me just write in the comments. Or should I just put it up here? Hold on. Just need a 2-second break. I'm gonna roll something up. Let me just make a banner. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold up here. Just right back in a moment. Back in a moment. Back in a moment.
Mummy's been having a lot of big feelings recently.
Like how?
Just like I feel a bit confused.
Why?
I don't know. And I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing. My little love, tell me do you feel the way my past days? But if you lay on me, can you hear the way my heart breaks? I wanted you to have everything that I never had. I'm so sorry, but I can't make you stay.
All right. Mic check. Looks like we've got a signal. We're going to continue with these breakdowns. Up next, we've got the Tourette's campaigner, John Davidson, who did the racial slur at the Bafta Awards on the Sunday that just went on the 22nd of February, I do believe, Sunday. Now, in the news, you'll see on the Sun, at least, they've got a 35-second video. I note the update time, unless they've changed it now, but the update time when I took the screenshot is 35 minutes past. You're going to see in a moment why that's, so interesting, but no surprises when you know the code. And anyway, it says here that he was deeply mortified following an audience shout out, where he's blurted out some racial slur. And again, I think that was the first awards people that came up. And that was Michael B. Jordan and is it John Lindo, the other actor from the movie Sinners, which came out on the 18th of February. Again, the word race equals 18. Also, John Lindo, pretty sure that's his name. Let me get a quick check. Is that his name? Give me a moment here. Delroy Lindo, right? So Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan. Excuse me before I misspoke. And again, the incident happened at the 79th Annual British Academy Film Awards, aka the BAFTAs. Again, John Davidson said he was deeply mortified after directing the offensive language towards actors Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan. And I think later on that night, because they were the first people that came up, I do believe. I haven't watched it, but if I'm not mistaken, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo was the first people that came up on the stage to, give out awards. And then this Tourette's campaigner, he's blurted out racial slurs. And he also won an award or 2 awards, I think, for the movie that was based on him that came out last year on 7th of September. Again, 7/9, 79. And here we are at the 79th Annual British Academy Film Awards, aka the BAFTAs. All right. So again, they give you a 35-second video. Let me just quickly get this up. 35-second video, right? If you go to the Sun, a 35-second video, and if they haven't updated it, the update time is 35 minutes past the hour, right? Give me a moment here. Tourette's equals 35. And if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, I think it was Sinners equals 35. Hold up. Just quickly going through my slides here. Pretty sure it was Sinners that was... give me a moment. Was it Sinners? Just give me one sec here. Sinners, where is it? Where's the slide? Also, quickly, from Delroy Lindo's birthday, 18th of November. Again, 18th. Race equals 18. The movie Sinners came out on April 18th in 2025. Again, race 18. And it's 3 months and 5 days from his November 18th birthday. Tourette's equals 35. Come on. It's undeniable, man. Right, where's the bit? I'm pretty sure it was Sinners. Where is it gone here? Sinners. Where is it? Sinners. Oh my God, where is it? Sinners. Bear with me. Sorry, guys. I'm quickly going through these slides. Sinners. And we're going to see, as I mentioned earlier, when we first started today's transmission, they allowed his racial slur to go through, right? Because, they kind of watch it on a basically they're already forward, and how you're seeing it, they can cut stuff out if they don't want that, but if they don't want stuff to be aired, they can cut stuff out, right? Even though it's live, so you can be watching it 5 minutes behind, and then obviously those that are directing the show, they can be like, oh my God, he said that, let me cut that out so it doesn't get aired when they're airing it live, even though it's 5 minutes behind or whatever the case may be. But anyway, somebody else that came up that received an award, again, I haven't watched the BAFTAs, but my point is, allegedly, they've said something to do with maybe Free Palestine. And that got cut out. So there's a big thing. If you go to the news now, you will see it all going on, about that. And we're also going to see how Palestine, which equals 142, you're going to see how that factors in. Give me a sec, though. I just want to find sinners first. Sinners, I'm sure it was 35. Bear with me. Yeah, well, yeah, it is. Yeah, Sinners 35 in the same cipher, dark blue, full reduction. Tourettes 35, Sinners 35. And again, the Sun News gives you a video at 35 seconds length. Again, if you go to the Sun News, you'll see 35-second video. And again, if they haven't updated, the update time is 35 minutes past the hour. Now, his birthday is June 1st. The guy that did the Tourette's, the Tourette's campaigner guy. All right, with the movie I Swear, which we'll look at as well in a moment. But anyway, his birthday is June 1st, the day that leaves 213 days of the year. And I know that day pretty well by Anthony Joshua and the Drake curse. If you're not up to speed, go figure, and you'll see that he killed his two friends. And you can get into all of that. I've already gone over that. And his update when he broke silence and yada yada, done it all. So anyway, boom. June 1st, right? The day that leaves 213 days of the year. Remember, racism equals 213. We're still in Black History Month. Black History Month 213. Nigger 213. Deaf 213. Even Black Panthers equals 213. But from the Baftas Awards to his birthday, right? 22nd of February to his birthday, June 1st. 14 weeks and 2 days. These times, Palestine equals 142, much like 14/2. 14 weeks and 2 days, excuse me, not 14/2, excuse me. 142 Palestine. And of course, think about terrorists and terrorist activity. Terrorist equals 142. And don't be fooled if you're not up to speed. It's the same gang that controls State of Israel, they control Hamas and whatnot. It's the same gang that control Trump. It's the same gang that control, British Parliament, the media, news anchors. It's the same gang. Yeah, so again, what are the odds that Palestine equals 142? Give me a break. And again, this is from the Tourette's guy's birthday, yeah? 14 weeks and 2 days. Also, with the racial slur, it was on a day of a life lesson of 34. The word dark equals 34. Again, darker skin complexion people, black people, black equals 34, dark equals 34. And racist equals 34 and 70. You've got a numerology above the life lesson of 34. You've got a numerology of 70, right? So 2 at 22, 20 at 26 equals 70. And again, for the life lesson, 2 at 22, add 2 at 0, add 2 at 6 equals 34. Yeah, bam. So, give me a moment here. Some of these slides were split up with the Lip King, and then I went and done something else, and I came back, then I continued with this guy here, John Davidson, the Tourette's guy. Give me one moment here. I just want to get my slide that I had. Punched in some stuff here. Right, we done that, we did that, I said that. Yeah, nigger 213 as well. Nigger 213 as well. It's just undeniable. Again, racism 213. Give me a moment here. Yeah, so racist 70 and 34. Racial slur 42. Again, we're in Black History Month. The only month that equals to 42. Nigger equals 42 as well. Words like colored, words like boy. Think about Rosa Parks on the bus 42. Think about the Cosby Show, the black old school show that used to come on. Bill Cosby. You had these stuff with putting Rohypnol or whatever in the people's drink and sexing up the women. But anyway, what's his name? John Davidson equals 63. Racism 63. Why have I got that 99? Hold up here. Oh, what's this? Alternative span to his birthday is 99 days. So we just spoke about the 14 weeks and 1 day. Palestine 142, right? Alternative span is 99 days. Lo and behold, racism equals 99. I don't know. As I was thinking earlier, I don't know if I had a shot collar on him to get him to spout out something at the time. Or, you know what I mean? Was it really organic that he happened to splurt that out? Give me a break. That's why I keep saying Mr. H reviews Talking about, oh, I stand with John Davidson. Yeah, can you factor in what we're talking about over here? Yeah, not everything's organic, mate. That was on purpose that he said that. All right. Bafta Awards equals 201. Again, the Jesuit Order 201. State of Israel 201. Hamas Terrorism 201. Special number. Even sacred number equals 201. If I didn't say that already. Sacred number 201. Holy Bible 201. Heliocentrism 201. Islamic terrorism 201. Iranian terrorism 201. Special number to these people. Apparently 201 Jesuits got saved by Catherine the Great in Russia. You know, how many hundreds of years ago when people was realizing, you know, these people were infiltrating and conspiring and doing their fuckery, and it was getting turfed out of certain places and areas and politics and whatever. And 201 Jesuit priests got preserved. And again, what's his name? The first general, Ignatius of Loyola. That's his name. His name equals 201. Yeah, then you see just how many 201s when they died to when they got established and all this type of stuff. You'll see. If you haven't been doing the homework, well then, you know, sit down and recognize. Hem it up for a minute. Don't be talking about, oh my God, what are you talking about these numbers? Oh my God, you need medication. Oh my God, you're bursting my bubble up of comfort. Oh. Right, what else have we got here? We've done that. Done that. Quickly do this, and then we'll get onto Scream quickly after that. That will be a quick one as well. Quickly going through these slides quickly. Give me a second here. Give me a moment. I'll be back on track. As I said before, some of these slides kind of cut through the lip king stuff because I was doing something else and came back to it. Anyway. Free Palestine 63. Remember his name, John Davidson equals 63. Racism 63. It's just undeniable, man. What else have we got? Also, the life lesson was 34, right? Remember, dark and black 34. Free, again, Free Palestine, free. The word free, F-R-E-E. English ordinal, A's 1 up to Z's 26. Add up the letters, you get 34. Go figure. Davidson, his last name equals 34. Go figure. So of all the days that John Davidson is going to do his Tourettes outburst with a racial slur, and again, on a day of a life lesson of 34 and 71, racist equals 34 and... on a day of a life lesson of 34 and a numerology of 70, and racist equals 34 and 70. Go figure. These kind of dub plates, you just can't deny. Oh, should I say that? Well, I shouldn't really because I spelled it wrong. Ticks, I did it T-I-C-K-S. I didn't realize it was just T-I-C or T-I-C-S. But if you do it ticks the wrong way, it's 70, but, you know, we won't take it. But it is there, you know, phonetically. We spoke about 35 already, and Tourettes and Sinners, and the length of the video and the update time of 35 minutes past. Now, the movie, I Swear, as I already said, came out on the 7th of September, and the 79th BAFTAs just took place. Again, 79. Society of Jesus, 79, right? AKA the Jesuit Order. Society of Jesus. The military order for the Catholic Church. Yeah, boy. Right, what else have we got here? I think that's about it, you know. Hold up here. Didn't say anything with Michael B. Jordan's birthday. He's born in February anyway. You know, Black History Month. Can't remember what date it was though. I think it was the 10th. But anyway, no worries on that. One face. Yeah. Do you know what? I'll just add it in the comments if need be. Can't be bothered to keep going back. Is Negro 32? I think Negro might be 32. You know what? Let me quickly check. I think Negro is 32. Basically, between, if you do it from the movie I Swear, from when that came out last year, and then this year for the annual date even though it came out last year, but we're doing it this year for the annual year from the release of the movie Sinners. Again, released on the 18th of April. And the race equals 18. Delroy Lindo, who was on the stage with Michael B. Jordan, he's born on the 18th of November. Race equals 18. But anyway, you get a span of 32 weeks and 0 days. So 32, right? So from 2025, September 7th to the annual release of Sinners, 18th of April. Now let me just double check. Is Negro 32? Well, Negroes is 34. Yeah, Negro is 32. So we've got 34 to go with dark and black, as we spoke about already with the life lesson. And Davidson, John Davidson, Davidson's last name, Davidson equals 34. You see? And now we've got 32 weeks, 0 days from the movie that's based on his life called I Swear. And you got 32 weeks to the annual release of the movie Sinners. And Negro equals 32. Oh my God. It's just undeniable, man. How does anybody deny this? Absolutely undeniable. Yeah? Tourette's, because it's Tourette syndrome, right? Tourette, obviously you can say Tourette's, but it is Tourette syndrome. Tourette equals 34. Tourette equals 34. No, this one is sweet. Again, if you're not up to date with the Billie Eilish one, and that one you can follow along and put the stuff on the community wall post. So if you go to the video, in the description or on the comments, you'll see the link, and it will say post. In the blue link, it will say post, so you can tell different from live stream, because usually it will say live if it's a live stream, or if it's on the community wall post, the link will say post, and you can see I've got about 4 of them there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it will take you straight to the post instantly. Yeah. For Billie Eilish and the Red Indian situation that took place the other day, and you can see it's all scripted by the numbers, not organic. 136. I just had that on the date span. It was like 1 year, 3 weeks, 6 days. If you write out 7-9, again 79, 7-9, like 7/9, or the 79th BAFTA Awards, you get 136. So go figure on that. 79th, 58 and 59, Freemasonry 58 and 59, and 67. If you write out I Swear, that equals 42. Go figure on that. Again, Tourette equals 34. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny, mate. Right, I think that is it. Now we can quickly take me literally a minute to do whatchamacallit? Scream. I did put up a post the other day, but we'll quickly go over it. Because as I say, I might not even do Friday, because we don't get enough traction over here with the groundbreaking work that we do, whether it's the community in general, the Gematrians, the Gematria community. But it's no surprising. It's no surprise. Again, not no surprising. Excuse me, it's no surprise. So let me quickly scoot over to there. Give me a moment here. I need to resplit my screen from my gallery. And again, I would show my gallery, but StreamYard doesn't like my device, my tablet, so screw you, man. Okay. Right, let me quickly bing bang bosh. Give me a moment here. Let's quickly scoot over. Let's quickly scoot over to Zombieland variants. Quickly go to the post for Scream. And again, showing you the same old same. Why is the movie officially releasing on the 27th? What is the main weapon or tool that Ghostface uses? A knife. A knife equals 27. We've covered a bazillion cases to do with knife crime and whatnot, or Allah Akbar running down the road, whether it's scripted or not. Yeah? Right, where's it gone? Where's it gone? I've gone down too far. Hold up here. Give me a second. There it is. 3 days ago, the post. Again, it says not hard to see why the tickets release date. So we're going to look at the release date of the tickets, which was February 9th. And we're going to look at the movie release dates, right? So you got early screening on the 26th. Stabbed equals 26. Then it officially releases on the 27th. Again, 9th equals 27. Now, Sydney Prescott, you know, the main final girl, female of the movie from Scream 1. Hasn't been in all the Scream movies, but, you know, she's in, you know, a big major part of the franchise. Now, Sydney equals 40. Also note, remember, 4 represents foundation as well as death. Now, ticket release on February 9th, the 40th day of the year, right? Scream equals 40, Sydney equals 40. Again, February 9th. Stabbing equals 29, like stab wound equals 29. Also, Masonic equals 29. The official release for the movie, though, is on the 27th of February with a day numerology of 29. 2 at 27, of course, is 29. Again, early screenings on the 26th. Stabbed equals 26. The official release the next day on the 27th. Ritual equals 27. Knife equals 27. Also, February 27th leaves 307 days of the year. Knife Man equals 37. Also, it's 2 weeks, 5 days from the ticket release to the official movie release. Time Death RIP equals 25. And lastly, February 27th has a life lesson of 39. 2 at 27, at 2, at 0, at 2, at 6 equals 39. Ghostface equals 39. So, wholeness spread love and light. Hashtag don't be a basic beast brainer. And of course, give gracious gratitude, but take no shit. Catch you on the rebound, wholeness.